don't regularly sit like this.
How do
This
you
is
sit
not.
regularly
No, that's
sit?
perfect.
I just. I don't regularly.
Well, how do you regularly sit?
I don't sit like this. This is not regular. This is the oral stimulation sit. All right. I need somebody to sing me a theme song or something, but I don't have one. I would make Destiny do it, but it's all right. We'll have one for the next show. I don't have a theme song, but this is the very first.
That was random.
Hello. Very first episode of what is going to be the #1 podcast in all of eternity, oral stimulation.
We're going to say that together.
Yeah. Because I was about to say it, but I didn't want to say it before you. I was about to say oral stimulation.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Y'all want to say it? 1, 2, 3.
Oral stimulation.
That's right. The best podcast on the entire planet. But
Hell yeah.
and I gotta give me a theme song.
Okay.
I need a jingle or something. Oh, Jamie,
You know I can do it.
You absolutely can't do
I
it.
can totally handle that.
You can't.
Let me
was-
get a
I'm not
crack
even
at it.
on-
No, I don't want to. I want you to stick to what you're good at.
Let me
Aces
get
in
a
their
crack at
places. That's what I've learned. Aces in their places, and that's
Hey,
not your
I'll
thing.
have you know.
What?
I was almost hired at a radio station for my voice.
To talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to do a jingle. I don't need you
I'm
singing.
trying to talk through the
No,
jingle.
I don't want you. I don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to
the
talk
talking jingle.
No, I
all
want-
the jingles are talking.
No, I don't want.
They
No,
are.
I want some sing song. I want some melodic. I want some rapping. Yeah, I need a beat. I need a.
You can drop the beat over while I'm talking.
No.
See, I'm really good at that shit.
No.
Because this is oral stimulation.
Hey.
Hope
You
you
sound like
hear.
a Sugar
We're
Hill
going
gang. I don't want that old
Let
school
me
rap.
be 80s baby.
No, that's what
Yeah.
it-
Sugar Hill's that before the 80s? Really, Monique?
It really
Yeah.
was.
Really?
To the hip.
Yep.
A hippie to the
Yep.
hippie to
Yep.
hip.
How dope would that be, though? Let's
No.
bring it back.
I
Oh,
don't
you
want-
want some Jesus?
What?
Yeah. You want that?
I don't
You
know
want
what that
that ATL sound? I know what you want.
I don't know, but I don't want
I don't
the-
have that.
I don't want the
I don't
hip
have
hop. My name is Peaches, and I
You
can't.
didn't
That's how you
finish.
said it. Listen, we have a really, really good topic for today. But before I get into that topic, we were talking before the camera got rolling, and there's something I want to talk about before we talk about what we're really talking about.
Right.
So, how do y'all feel about if you have something really important going on, something that you want to accomplish, whether it's personal or professional? How do you feel about discussing it before it comes to fruition?
I learned my lesson. I'm never doing it again.
Why?
It's a lot of different reasons.
Give me one major. You said I'm never doing it again. What happened before that?
Well, the main reason is people take your idea and beat you to it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so I play devil's advocate. Move faster. Why you take so long?
Well, it's because all ideas go through a process.
Right.
Especially
Okay.
if you don't.
Okay,
And
so
if
here-
you're just talking it out in the beginning stages, hell, go faster. How?
Right.
You know.
So what stage do you say something? That's what I'm saying. Or
When
do you
it's
not
done.
say nothing?
Once
When
it's
it's
done,
done.
once you right
Yep.
there.
Okay, let's say it's a business idea. What's done? When you open?
No. Yep. Trademarks. Well, no. Once I'm licensed properly.
Once you license properly.
Trademarks.
I have all my product.
All my proper paperwork.
You're
and all
fully
that.
stocked,
So
ready to go.
Ready to go.
Then you say something.
Hey, that's interesting. I disagree, but that's dope.
Yeah.
If that's how y'all feel. I understand people say that, like, don't say anything. There's many reasons. I shouldn't say I disagree totally, but sometimes I feel like, nah, I'm going to tell you what I'm about to do because that make me do it. If I say I'm about to do so, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it depends on what it is. I agree with what you're saying. If I have intellectual property to protect or something like that. But a lot of times I feel like we so like, I'm hold on to this. I'm not going to tell nobody. Be quiet about it. I'm not going to put it out to the universe because, and I just feel like, no, I'm going to tell you.
So
'Cause
you,
it makes
you pretty
me-
much feel what's for you is for you.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I don't think it's nothing you can do to stop it. And for me personally, I just know what's my motivators.
Right.
And most times what happens when you tell somebody you're going to do something grand or big, your phone is falling, dear.
That's dope if you use it for a motivational piece.
Yeah.
though.
And what usually when you tell somebody you're going to do something big,
Right.
what you get some naysayers. 9 times out of 10, people are not going to believe that you can do
Do
it.
it.
Anyway.
Right?
Right.
So it's like, I kind of just I've always been fueled by that, but I could also
Right.
understand why you don't want to put different energies and opinions in
Right.
something too. Because if you have an idea for something, you know exactly how you want it to go. I really don't need your input. I want to do it the way that I want to do it. And I think that's how
Which
you
leads
are.
us to another topic.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. So I'm the person. I don't know why you're asking me because you're not going to do it. how I say anyway.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all, really?
You
Please,
don't like when people say that?
Can you confirm that I'm not weird for thinking that it's just the dumbest shit ever? Just because I want your opinion does not mean I have to follow the opinion.
Right.
I just want to hear what you think.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like, I've literally had people get upset with me.
Because you don't do what they say.
Because I don't do what they say.
So that's probably why you like to wait.
To me. Exactly.
That's why you like to wait.
That's probably why.
And people got to understand everybody path and journey is not the same. Because it worked for you that way may not work for me.
Right.
It's just crazy because it really all lead back to how life is really about experiences.
Yeah, I was you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say our experiences shape us, which is why you like to wait to the end. Whatever happened, what happened to you that makes you say, I'm going to wait until I'm finished?
Dang.
Like,
that is so crazy, y'all. It's crazy, and I'm glad that I recognize it because, you know, going forward, I'm going to try my best not to let that happen. You know what I mean? I don't want experiences to change me or to shape me. You know what I'm saying? They do.
I don't know if there's anything you can do about that.
It is. It really is. I think a mastered mind can overcome that. Because we were all sent here to be creators, and we are not who we are because of experiences and people putting, you know, their stuff on you or their limits and beliefs on you.
Right.
So I feel like the mastered mind can.
Well, yeah, once you're aware of that, but I'm saying there's experiences that get you to the point of healing or learning.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a journey before you get to, like, we don't all, maybe some people do, but I know very few people who early on are healed and in a place of,
we got to address that topic because my God.
You was waiting.
Out, girl.
You was waiting to say that.
I really been waiting to say on that because I really didn't understand it.
Right. Let me ask. I may want your input, but doesn't mean I have to do what you say I should do. That's why it's called an opinion.
I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
Honestly, I like to hear the opinions to hear them. 9 times out of 10, I am gonna go my own way.
You're gonna do what you
I'm gonna go the opposite way of the opinion, but that is just me, and I don't understand why some people take offense to it. I really don't.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If now that you said that, now that changes the whole perspective.
Right.
Now you just said 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do the opposite way. Don't ask me. I agree with him. Don't ask me if you're gonna go opposite
why can't
every
I ask
time
you?
on purpose.
Because that is part of who I am.
Why you want to know what I
zig
gotta say?
when they zag.
Because you're going to feel like you wasting your breath.
It's not a waste of breath.
What are you doing with this information?
I like to do what's uncommon, what the person wouldn't think. You get what I'm saying?
But what if I think out the box too?
Sometimes purposely I'll go on as the opposite of what you said. Not all the time, but sometimes. But I don't understand why it's a problem. I share my opinion all the time. It doesn't bother me what you do, which way you go. I don't care. I don't understand why that bothers people. I really don't.
Because that would grow to be annoying to somebody who's close to you. If every time you ask an opinion or something, they knew in the back of their mind, she's just asking. No, it doesn't. But now that I know that's how it is, don't ask me nothing.
It does.
So
don't ask me nothing.
Asked her something. Have you ever listened to her opinion?
Yeah, I always listen.
I mean, have you took some of the advice and applied to whatever situation you
sometimes.
Oh, well, then you're
not
wasting your breath.
Every time.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not what she just said. She said 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go
But 9 times out of 10, I will. But sometimes I'll use the information maybe in another time or something like that. But in that instance, I'm not. I just don't understand why. I just don't get that. I really, really don't. That should not, that's a random thing.
But it's not.
Why would that even bother anyone? I just don't understand.
Because if it's somebody that's close to you and think that you should value their opinion, it could be hurtful to them to say, I'm going to do the opposite. But here, I'll hear what you got to say. Well, what I'm telling you for? If you're going to do the opposite.
No. Like that's not the intention, though. When I ask the opinion, I'm not intentionally saying, oh, I'm going to do the opposite of what she says. No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's not that at all. It's just that normally whatever the response is more like sometimes a common response. So for me, I'm going to go the other way. But I just got a weird mind, though. So I don't know.
What you think, ma'am?
Just tell me
I don't know.
alone.
Do what you're going to do. That's what I'm saying.
No, I want to hear what you...
Ma'am, do what you're going to do.
I want to hear.
This pineapple juice is good.
Well, I'm glad we had something lighthearted because we got to get kind of serious.
It's about to get deep.
And with this being my first episode, I kind of wanted it to be lighthearted and fun, but then I thought about it and said, at the core of me, there are some things I'm really passionate about. Mm-hmm. So why not address the things that move me, that I'm passionate about, and things that I want to really get to the bottom of, just for my own sanity and understanding. So one of the things, and Elle and I often talk about this. You and I
we're coming for y'all.
We are.
We're going to lobby on you. We're coming.
We're coming.
And I'm just leave it there. But coming.
This is true. And you and I have never, in the lobby, we had our first conversation about this. Like, and I didn't even know, and I stopped you and I said, let's stop because I don't want to hear this right now. And you said, this is a touchy subject for me. And I had a thought on you that was not true. You said, no, I have done that. Right. So here's the thing. We have, and I don't want to make this a black thing. Because
it's a black thing.
It is, but no,
and it's okay to focus on our culture.
It is, but for this first part, I want to generally say that our court system in regards to family court, it really doesn't matter if this just the way that it is. Right. Mothers, if they are unmarried, right, even if they're married in some places, but unmarried, have sole physical placement custody of a child, no matter the circumstance. In most states.
Disgusting.
And this is a single mother that is saying this, and I am a single and still am a single mother, and raised my son alone. My daughters I have stepchildren, but my point is that for the most part, raised children alone, right? And I also feel the same way you feel. I do not think that when you have a child that it should automatically the physical placement and custody of the child go to the mother. So that's kind of where we'll start with that, and then we can evolve because there's so many layers to this. Like I told you, I said this might have to be like a 3-part series, right? Because there's so many layers to it. So let me ask you, Ro. You have 2 children, yes, right? Are you with their father?
No.
How long have you not been with their father?
Years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, a long time. A long time. Okay.
Yeah, since they were babies.
Okay, since they were babies. How far apart are your children?
2.5 years.
2.5 years apart. Okay, so we could say basically since the youngest was 2. We'll just go with that maybe, or a baby. She was a baby.
No, my oldest, she was, around 2. Right,
and then your youngest was a baby. Is that what you're saying? Okay, so essentially all their lives, basically, right? You've not been with them. Was there ever a period of time, and this is the period of time I want to hear about first, and then we'll talk about what I know about, which is I've never known you to keep them from their father. All I used to hear was, I'm driving them down to where they're from, and I'm taking them, and, the things, whatever was going on, it didn't deter you, right? You still felt like they should be a part of their father's lives, right? But from what I just heard in the lobby, there was a period of time where that wasn't the case. So tell me about that and how you got to that conclusion and what made that happen.
At the time, him and I were going through it really, 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 really bad. So it was physical. He came here to Atlanta, he bust my windows while I was working. And he would threaten. Every now and then, I'd kill you. It was just like stuff like that. And I was just like, you're not. And you're right.
Mentally stable.
Yeah, mentally stable because you being a boy at this point, you're not being a man. And that's when I realized like I don't want you around me or our children like until you get your act together.
How old were they?
They were babies.
Okay.
They were still at daycare that I remember because I was actually when that happened I was at work at the salon, and he came here to Atlanta to come and get the girls, but when he got into his new relationship, he started changing. And then it was more, he was belittling me. You not this because she has this. And I'm like, well, I'm taking care of our children by myself. Yeah. Like, this little bit of money you sending, this is not, sufficient enough to take care of the children. Yeah. So we would go back and forth with that situation because he was feeling like I'm doing the best I'm doing, but you advertise you coming from out of the NFL and you riding in a Range Rover. You're putting on this persona like you have all this money. Help take care of your children. Mm-hmm. So we would go back and forth, and that turned into arguments, and then it got physical. And he came to Atlanta this particular time, and it was raining real bad, and there was a lot of car accidents. So I asked him where was he going with the girls. He didn't want to tell me, and I just felt like, you're not, how I'm going to let the girls stay with you and I don't know where they are. Anything can happen. And he got so mad from that moment. He went outside, got a brick rock, smashed it in the car, bust the windshield, the front window. He bust the back window where the car seat was, and the side window, the mirror.
For what though? Because you didn't want the kids.
Because I wouldn't go get the children because he wouldn't tell me. And then I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was gonna take the girls, and take them back to Florida. And when that happened, I didn't want anything to do with him because I'm like, you're gonna do a car like this with your children that your children ride in. You'll do anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he was a coward. You did all that and you left, and it was raining that day, so I had to deal with that on top of raising the kids.
Like, and you at work. And
it was so embarrassing. And, that the salon owner didn't want me around because of a situation like that. So that is why I didn't want.
So how long from that incident until he saw the kids again?
I can't really remember, but it was a while.
Was it years, months?
It probably, he seen them but it was someone around them.
So it was like supervised. It wasn't just him.
It wasn't that far off because I never, my mom, when I was raised, I didn't know who my father was until I was 8. So,
that's not what you wanted.
I never wanted that. I never wanted to grow up in a house without both parents, because I grew up in a house without mine. So I was telling Mo earlier, like, that's sensitive to me, to even go through something, I end up repeating what my mother went through.
Right. Yeah. Which is not what you're
trying to break cycle.
Yeah. Oh, that's a special circumstance, and that there's a reason for it, right? Like, there's a real tangible reason. Right. This man came, he was violent, he bust my windows, it got physical. I got to pause for a second. And I'm going to pause right here, too. Anyway, that's a good time to take a little break because we have some. Hey. And give me my jingle. How I go? My name is Peaches and I came to
hip
hop. Now you're playing it might end up coming back.
I should have got a refill.
Yeah, we definitely needed a refill. Yes. Can I get a refill?
She just drinking straight Taylor.
She drinking straight Taylor.
Tequila in your Taylor? Oh my God. Mine is Casamigos.
No. You mixed the Casamigos with the Taylor. She plays so much.
TikTok made me do it.
TikTok ain't made you do shit. You was gonna do that shit with or without TikTok, Monique.
Drink champs. Number 2.
She about that life.
All right. What's up, y'all? This is Oral Stimulation. Yes. I am Monique Rose, multi-hyphenated entrepreneur, owner of Meek and Honey Beauty, owner of the real Milk and Honey, Milk and Cookies, the Bodega, the Collab. I don't know. The list goes on. Monique Rose Management. And we are here with my 2 special guests. I feel like I should say like what do they say in the Breakfast Club? And we have a special guest in the building. Tell them who you are, Elle.
I am Ella.
Of?
Griffin.
I'm done. Coco Hair Co.
Oh, my stuff. Coco Hair Co.
Drink champ.
That's probably the Taylor. Don't judge me.
And I am Jess Shapiro, author, hairstylist.
Extraordinaire.
Yes.
That's right.
Let's not leave the design out though. And the creative, like
that's what's up.
On a
whole lot going on over there.
Yeah. And I'm cool with this being in the middle because guess what? I own restaurants. And at a restaurant, you should never introduce yourself when you first go up to a table. They didn't need to know who we were at the beginning. Now y'all know. Hello. All right. So we left off where you had decided for a period of time for your children not to be in contact without at least some mediator or something there with their father, right? Okay, so fast forward to the period of time where that was no longer the case. Like, give us an idea, like, how did you get to that point, and what made you make that decision to allow him to be a part of their lives unsupervised?
You want the truth?
I want the truth. No, don't lie to me now.
Fucking.
Now I was not expecting that answer. The views of this guest are not the views of...
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, what was the question?
You don't want me on your show.
I do. I just you on the show.
Wait a minute.
So y'all got to smashing.
Smashing? Yeah.
Wait, what was the question though?
Well, here's the answer. That's all
I need to know.
Get to the heart of the matter. I get to the heart of the matter.
Drink.
I get to the heart of the matter.
And I'm because
and this is why you don't need to drink, because that's you sober. And I'm a fault.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
I don't want her to come back.
She can never have
it. Yeah, you can never. You don't have to worry about me making you drink.
Don't give her
ever. Okay, no, seriously. So, okay. Y'all started smashing.
Yeah.
And this is a good topic because this is why there are so many issues between
because my first question is, and not to cut you off.
Well, you did.
Bess, I'm sorry. But I want to know, okay, he was sane enough to fuck, but not sane enough to have his kids.
Come on, y'all.
Listen, come on now.
You know, I'm Brian Uncut. I'm straight.
Yeah,
it happens.
Make me understand.
Yes, we've all been there, ma'am.
Hold on, because she's trying to act like she ain't have good dick before.
Ooh.
That's a whole nother topic.
No.
That ain't the topic we on.
Well,
that is not the topic.
Yeah, oral stimulation. We trying to figure out how she came to the conclusion that she was going to allow, and she's being honest, and I appreciate that.
So he fucked you back.
That's the problem in this world. People are not being honest.
That's right.
So he fucked you back.
Right, of course.
Okay.
And when you and your child's father or baby mother, whatever you want to call it, if y'all have that sexual chemistry, that is something you cannot just cut off. So that's when you come, you be, you play stupid sometimes. So, because it's good. As long as we cool.
I'll admit, it take me a while to cut it off, but once it's cut off, it's off.
And I'm the same way.
Well, she wasn't cut off at that point.
I'm talking about my children, they were babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
she probably still going through postpartum, for all we know.
I don't know what, I mean, and I'm not the type of woman that go to this guy, that guy. I was just used to him.
Yeah.
So
that's what you were familiar with.
So
despite what had happened, you look past that.
Right.
And we're going to be honest. And I'm going to tell you, I have been in, and we would do shows about it, but I have been in horrible situations, way worse than a bust window.
Right.
Okay, I've had a bust lip, a bust eye, a bust head.
Right.
So, therefore, who am I to judge? Okay, so you were in that situation. You went back. Y'all started having sex again. And as a result, obviously, he's around, and you're allowing him to see his children. Right. Okay, fine. That happened.
We was never, like...
Together.
Because I was here in Atlanta, and he was still in Florida.
Okay. All right. So y'all was doing that. How long did that happen?
I don't know, for a long time. Until I just said one day, I'm done.
Yeah,
you have to be tired.
Yeah.
People can tell you, no, don't do it.
Long distance.
No.
Yeah. Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not no real substance. That's just, I'm smashing my baby daddy.
Right. And now I will only smash him. So if I'm not doing any sexual activity with him, I wasn't doing it, period.
Yeah.
So that's what I was used to. I was comfortable
that makes
with.
Sense.
And it was just easy to go back to the familiar.
Got you. Okay, so that went on for years. You said stop. Then what happened?
I got over it. He moved on to another relationship. Because it was going on while he was in a relationship.
Okay.
So I got to the point I was just like, he not coming back. This not gonna work. I'm not gonna have my family. How you go? This is my only child. My children.
So you still at that point had hopes that maybe y'all could reconcile and be a family. Okay.
I didn't.
So you wasn't fucking just to be fucking. You had hopes that
I wasn't.
You guys were
I wasn't
rekindle.
Trying to. It was just when he came around, it just brought up those memories.
Yeah, no, I think it's perfectly valid though.
Right,
that's your kid's father. I mean,
they were little. Like I didn't want other men around my young daughters.
Yeah,
like it's just I've been molested when I was young, so that alone right there made me say, I want us to work this out. But we could never come to a common ground to make that happen.
At that point, was he still a part of their lives?
A little bit. Because I had put him on child support, so that brought more attention.
Okay.
And once I did that, it was... Because he used to always say, I'm going to be a paycheck daddy.
Why?
He used to always say, I don't know.
That's him speaking his own.
Yeah. Right. And it I guess he manifested.
And that's what it was. Okay.
And he was mad about, the child support because he wasn't helping. So he only had to pay $375 for 2 babies. And
wow.
He was mad about that. And that's still going to this day. Like, he mad about that. But
so that was my next question. So where does it stand today? Like,
I don't even talk to him. He has...
Well, they're old enough that they can communicate with him if they want to, right? They don't. So when's the last time they saw him?
Ooh. I don't know. Was it this? Wasn't this year? Last year,
and that was because they on their own. They
right. Because another thing, he used to verbally abuse us. So I was a bitch. I was a hoe, and the girls would see this over and over. And what child want to see?
So now they feel away.
They feel a certain type.
Yeah, and as they get older, they form their own judgment and opinion. And so it's not up to you no more.
At all. And I used to try to go, hey, come and get the girls. And I got tired. My mother and I would exchange taking them. And it just got tired. We always trying to make you a part of their life.
Right. That's why this is going to be a 2 or 3 part series, because what I wanted to touch on, but I'm glad that we got this, because there are different scenarios.
Right.
I wanted to touch on, there's I'm going to just call it what it is, bitter baby mama.
Right.
Where I'm just upset because you don't want to be with me. I'm not talking about the person that's looking back.
So bitter. Right. And I swear, I didn't see that hard till I got to the South. Right.
It is a
y'all
Southern
terrible.
thing.
I feel like it's crazy. A Southern thing.
Do you know what it is?
Monique, we are not doing that. We're not doing that.
Southern women are very
when
much
I'm
in
done,
their
I'm
feelings.
done.
Yeah.
Get these kids. Get them. Get them.
It's crazy. A man.
Are you kidding me?
Women think a baby.
These baby mamas, if I can't come, they ain't coming. Are y'all serious?
Yeah, y'all too in your
girl.
I've never been that in my feelings.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the part. That's what I want to get to the bottom of and understand. And I did post, and I hope maybe once we, put this podcast out, we'll finally get somebody that's brave enough. Because I got a lot of responses.
I want one that really keep the kids from the phone.
Yeah, I got a lot of responses, but not from people that they throw their rocks and hide their heads. They don't want to talk about it. I got responses from people that's in the situation.
So what are we seeking?
Yeah, we're seeking
for the next episode.
A bitter baby mama.
Well, we can't say that, then she won't come. We can't call her bitter. But honestly, in their mind, they don't think they bitter, Mo. So we can't say that.
But okay, you're right. Let's be fair. I won't call names. I'm seeking somebody that.
You know what?
It's some bullcrap. I can't even lie. I would like to talk to somebody that, for whatever reason, is decided to keep their child from the father of their child with no good reason. Completely opposite to what we just heard.
And I'm talking about an active father. A father that is really trying to see their child on a
that hasn't hit the child,
and there's no reason for you to say no.
That hasn't
you don't have any
child.
Physical, tangible reason for them to not see their child.
Other than he doesn't.
Other than he don't want you.
I want to have understand that, because you can put the shoe on the other foot, and I want to hear from somebody that's doing this the real reason why.
Because they're miserable. They don't want to see the man happy.
But what about your child?
But who can tell you?
They don't care.
I don't want him to see my kids because he doesn't want me. No one's gonna say that.
No.
If we find somebody to keep it real,
you gotta to put out there too, because sometimes the baby father is still messing with the baby mama.
No, I'm talking. No, that's not what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about. I totally understand it. Yes. I'm talking about the one that never did back.
Never did back. Gotta go to court to see their child for visitation.
They're saying, I don't want you. I want to co-parent with you.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, this goofball has no desire to. Why? You can't have your child's best interest at heart. And I've never
kept
my children from their fathers. Never.
I didn't procreate with the best people either, but I have never denied them. Yeah. Now, it never crossed my mind, not one time. And trust me, they shitty. Okay? Yeah. And you ain't got to edit this out.
I'm not going to lie because
you don't got to edit it. You don't have to take it out. They shitty.
Raw, uncut.
Okay? Yeah. But that never crossed my mind to say, nah, you can't see your kids.
Yeah. And it crossed my mind, not going to lie. I've been through some situations way worse than what you described. And
but that's because stuff was done, Mo.
Despite the immaturity, despite the abuse, despite all those things, I still felt it wasn't my decision to make if my children not even wanted to be, were a part of their father's life.
Right.
It's not your decision. Yeah. It's really not. No,
unless
it's not your decision. It's not the court decision. Right. It ain't the kid's decision. Yeah. The father is the father. Yeah. Unless he's doing something to physically harm those kids, he should have a space in their life.
That's true.
Especially if he's actively seeking it. Period.
Yeah.
Period. And it's not up for debate. I don't think it should be,
what's up for debate? Because that's what the show is about. We're going to debate it.
Oh my God.
I agree with you though. We need a part 2, a part 3. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. This was an excellent first episode. And we're going to keep it going.
Done.
No, we're not. And we're going to keep it going.
Not done. We didn't touch this topic enough.
We didn't. It's okay.
But I just have y'all know, I was raised by my mother and father.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. And
shout out to
I wasn't, and I still feel this way.
Yeah, but my thing is, I just don't understand what would ever make a woman feel like.
That's why we're begging you.
Father should not like
all the goofballs.
My daddy didn't.
Forward.
My father was a father.
Yeah, he was allowed to be a father.
Yeah. I just don't understand where these mothers get off.
Yeah.
And my thing is, half of them do it, and you don't even have another father in place. You do it, so now the child is just there with you.
Yeah. Yep. That's child abuse.
And on that neglect.
It's neglect.
Misery. All of that.
Yep. That's true.
Misery,
I'm coming for y'all.
Look on that note. Oral stimulation. Appreciate y'all. Till next time.
That was fun. Push yourself right on.
And my name.
Yeah.
Is Monique Rose.
Yeah.
And my sign.
Yeah.
Is Capricorn.
Yeah.
And when I get hot.
Hey.
Ella takes my spot.
Hey.
Introduce yourself right on.
Introduce yourself right on.
Right on.
Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on.
Right on.
And my name.
Yeah.
Is Ella.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Owner.
I told you. Sugar Hill Gang, she can't help herself to the hip. I hop. A hippie to the hip.
No, y'all killed
it. You know what? I'm sorry. And who are you, ma'am?
Just Shapiro.